The following Let's Play has been rated perfectly fine to watch. Any attempts to break the game are for entertainment value only. However, if any typos happen to be found... Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. Alright, so let's recap. We are playing a technical demo featuring a custom battle system created by Lantis. It was created with an old game creation tool that originally released for the first PlayStation back in 1997. In the first battle of the game, I wound up missing with both of my physical attacks. And since I had not yet seen what it's like to connect with those attacks, I wound up spending most of the last episode assuming that you couldn't attack these goblins with physical attacks. But as it turns out, you can use physical attacks on these guys, which is good news for me because that'll make it a whole lot easier to earn the money I need to buy the ship from Captain Obvious. Everybody get all that? Good. Oh yeah, and about fleeing. I forgot to check that. Oh, stop ambushing me. Okay, about fleeing. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go ahead and use an item, specifically the potion, on Lucia. Then it's Lucia's turn. Can we flee with Lucia? That's not the option. Can we flee with Lucia? Yes. Alright, so if you try to flee with Guy here and it fails, it costs both of your turns, but the real strategy is to try using a regular attack or something and then try fleeing with Lucia, and if Lucia fails to flee, well, at least you were able to get some damage in. Or, in this case, heal. So, basically at this point, I've got 270 gold. I'm gonna fight some more battles and I'll get back to you after I get 800 gold. I still can't get over how I missed the first two attacks of the game. If it wasn't for that, I would have known that physical attacks would work. I mean, my gosh, that's some awful lot of luck there. And it's not that the misses are too high, because look how many times I've successfully hit this guy now. When was the last time I missed with an attack? I just had unfortunate. In fact, right there's the first miss since the last episode. So yeah, I just was really unlucky there. Whoa, I got a critical hit. Yay. Also, I just thought of another strategy. I'm not sure if it's a good strategy, but it's one I'm gonna try, so allow me to demonstrate it. Also, I got an item from that fight. I wasn't paying attention to what item I got. So let me go into this fight, and I'll talk about my strategy. No, it's a good thing he didn't go after... You know, ambushes happen a little too much. Missing might not happen too much, but ambushes kind of do. So my strategy here is to go ahead and use an item, but I kind of don't really want to spend too much of a turn wasting a turn healing. So I'm going to try to flee this fight, that way I can fight another fight and have Guy's turn to attack. Instead of using it spending an instead of spending it using an item. I just hope that you know what I'm trying to explain, because I've lost it. Basically, for healing in this fight, and then fleeing from it, I'm able to start the fight off with both of us being able to attack. Of course, it all is pointless whenever I completely miss. Oh, it's made up for by a critical hit. Never mind. Let's go ahead and do that whole skipping ahead thing. Oh, I'm out of potions. We're not skipping ahead because I want to show that I'm out of potions. That's unfortunate, so I'm going to have to go buy more potions. Should I flee or should I take a chance? I'm going to take a chance. It's not like I lose out on experience if somebody's dead at the end of the battle. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and, not that, I'm gonna go ahead and use my super powerful maximum mega spell sort of thing. We'll get through this fight a little bit quicker. Hooray, a preemptive strike! You know, it's actually kind of funny. The way the game made me miss twice to think that Lantis didn't do something right. I mean, it is apparent to me that in this case, RPG Maker hates Lantis, which is interesting because Lantis hates RPG Maker. Lantis has been having issues getting the game that he was hoping for put together with Arc Aerith. I mean, he had a few plans that he had thought he would be able to do with RPG Maker, only he can't. So yeah, he hates RPG Maker, and RPG Maker making me miss at the beginning of this Let's Play is basically RPG Maker's way of saying, yeah, the feeling's mutual. So yeah, Lantis hates RPG Maker, and RPG Maker hates Lantis. There's another death there because I don't care much. I suppose I could try a little. Of course you get a critical hit. Actually, I'm kind of curious in regards to the whole starting over thing. Do we really start completely over, or is it just the introduction that gets played? Actually, something has occurred to me. Typically, by default, when you get a game over, you're sent back to the previous save, or if you haven't saved yet, you're sent back to the beginning of the game, like is the case here. I'm back at the beginning of the game. However, your items and gold are reset with a default game over, and since we're not using a default game over, that pretty much means that even though I'm starting the game over, I have all my gold. So, it basically just means that... Oh, I still have my items too. So it basically just means that I start over with the cutscenes. However, I don't actually have to start over. I'm basically still able to continue from where I left off. In fact, not everything is reset, because I noticed coming this way that snapshot moment for the ending, and that one right there, have not replayed. So let's see here. Does that mean if I go back to Mr. Captain Obvious that he'll still be asking for 800 gold, or is that cutscene going to play again? Kind of curious. Yep, this cutscene plays again, and the snapshot plays again, which also means that these snapshots are not resetting either. So this snapshot, we got it the first time we visited Captain Obvious, and we got it just now, which means we're basically going to see that snapshot. We're going to see that snapshot twice when we reach the end of this game. In case it's not obvious, the snapshots that are taking place are used during the game's ending. So yeah, that's the thing. We're sent back, but we don't actually lose all of our progress. That's pretty good news for me. So you know what I might do? Instead of worrying about healing myself after every 2 or 3 battles, I'm just going to go ahead and get a game over on purpose. And then all that means is watching the opening again, but I'll still have all the gold that I'm trying to get. So that's the new plan. Also, it means having to re-watch this cutscene. Also, this treasure chest is closed again. Or, they're not going to close it. treasure chest wasn't closed again. You know what I'm trying to say. I don't have to worry about healing myself, because I don't lose all that much progress. A strategy, though, that I'm probably not going to be able to take advantage of throughout the entire game, because once I make it to a certain point, I'm probably going to have too many cutscenes to watch to make it worth it. But for the time being, I like this idea. Screw getting a game over, screw trying to stay alive. I'm not actually losing anything aside from having to watch cutscenes. So there's my strategy, and I'll meet you in a little bit again. Alright, so at this point I'm probably running over time or close to it, so let's go ahead and go through this real quick. I now have 1,436 gold. That is awesome. That is enough to buy me a ship. I also wound up getting a couple more items from battles, so that's pretty nice. So now we can afford the ship, so let's buy the ship. Yes, I did bring you the 800 doubloons. We have ourselves... No, they're not doubloons, it's gold. Unless the gold is doubloons. Are the enemies dropping doubloons? Or is doubloons just slang for gold? We have ourselves a deal then. Receive the SS Drifter. HP and MP restored. Well, I could have fought a few more battles then. Wait. You just gave your ship? Did you really type that? Lantis! Just now. Indeed. But how? It's a huge ship. It's not something that should even fit in our inventory. Much less us being able to carry it. I demand an explanation. Apparently, an explanation could not fit on that previous line. Looked like there was enough room, but there wasn't. It's compact? Just forget it. I like how this game is making fun of RPG tropes. Which makes sense because it is generic Quest 8. In case you're wondering, there is not a generic Quest 1 through 7. I'm kinda curious, Lantis, why did you choose the number 8? Just remember you can only weigh anchor on a beach by the ocean. Yeah, thanks, Captain Obvious. Is she literally calling him Captain Obvious, or is she being sarcastic? Arr. So that's that. I'm gonna have to keep in mind that whenever you decide to pay somebody to progress through the story, you get healed. That is useful. And that message again. So now, how much money do we have left? We have 636. That is enough money to buy some new stuff, but I'm not going to worry about doing... Can I get back here now? No? Is ship in our inventory? SS Drifter, yes. Here's a better question. Is this gonna be removed from our inventory if we get a game over? I'm not entirely sure, but let's go ahead and find out. I'm gonna go ahead and do that thing where I save the game just in case, and then I'm gonna go ahead and find a few battles and lose on purpose, and we'll see if I can just go ahead and move on through the game again. Or go straight to using the SS Drifter. Actually, no. What I'm going to do is end this episode here, because like I said, we are probably running over time. Next time we are going to find out what using a ship is like, and we're going to find out if we lose the game, we can just go straight here and skip that whole forest nonsense. I'll see you then. You know, I think this is my new favorite typo.